It's week 47 of A Year of Wisdom. Let's get to reading. Day 329. Job 34. Then Elihu answered, "Hear my words, you wise men. Give ear to me, you men of learning. For the ear tests words as the mouth tastes food. Let us choose for ourselves what is right. Let us learn together what is good. For Job says, I am righteous, but God has deprived me of justice. Concerning my right, should I lie? My wound is incurable, although I am without transgression. What man is like Job, who drinks mockery like water, who keeps company with evildoers and walks with wicked men? For he says, it does not profit a man when he makes his delight in God. Therefore listen to me, you men of understanding. Wickedness is far from God. For he repays a person for what he has done and brings on the person what he deserves. Truly God does not act wickedly, and Shaddai does not pervert justice. Who appointed him over the earth? Who put him over the whole world? If he were to set his heart on it and gather to himself his ruach and breath, all flesh would perish together, and mankind would return to the dust. Now, if you have understanding, hear this. Give ear to the sound of my words. Can someone who hates justice govern? Will you condemn the mighty, righteous one? Who says to a king, worthless man, and to nobles, wicked man? Who shows no partiality before princes, and does not favor the rich over the poor, for they are all the work of his hands. They die in a moment. At midnight, people are shaken and they pass away. The mighty are removed without a hand. For his eyes are on the ways of man, he sees all his steps. There is no gloom and no deep darkness where evildoers can hide themselves. For he does not consider a man further that he should go before God in judgment. He shatters the mighty without inquiry and sets others in their place. Thus he recognizes their deeds, he overturns them in the night, and they're crushed. He strikes them for their wickedness in a place where people can see, because they turned from following him and have not understood any of his ways. They caused the cry of the poor to come before him, so that he hears the cry of the afflicted. But if he's quiet, who can condemn him? If he hides his face, who can see him? Yet he is over a nation and an individual alike, so that godless men should not rule nor lay snares for people. Suppose someone says to God, I have borne chastisement, but I will not act wickedly anymore. Teach me what I cannot see. If I have done evil, I will not do it again. Should he requite it on your terms because you reject it? But you must choose and not I. Now declare what you know. Men of understanding declare. Wise men who hear me say to me, Job speaks without knowledge, and his words lack understanding. Oh, that Job might be tested to the end for answering like wicked men. For he adds rebellion to his sin. In our midst he claps his hands and multiplies his words against God. Proverbs 25. These also are Proverbs of Solomon, which the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah, copied. It is the glory of God to conceal a matter, and the glory of kings to search it out. As high as heaven and deep as earth, so the hearts of kings are unsearchable. Remove impurities from silver, and out comes material for the refiner. Remove the wicked from before the king, and his throne will be established in righteousness. Do not honor yourself in the king's presence, and do not stand in the place of great men. Better for him to say to you, come up here, than for you to be humiliated before a nobleman. What your eyes have seen, do not bring hastily to court, or what will you do afterward when your neighbor puts you to shame? Argue your case with your associate without betraying another's confidence, or the one who hears it will shame you, and you will never lose your bad reputation. Like apples of gold in settings of silver is a word aptly spoken. Like a gold earring or a gold ornament is a wise reproof to a receptive ear. Like the coolness of snow at harvest time is a faithful messenger to those who send him, for he refreshes his master's soul. Like clouds and wind without rain is one who boasts about a gift not given. Through patience, a ruler may be persuaded, and a soft tongue can break a bone. When you find honey, eat just enough, lest you're stuffed and vomit. Seldom set foot in your neighbor's house, lest he become weary of you and loathe you. Like a club, a sword, or a sharp arrow is one who bears false witness against his neighbor. Like a broken tooth or a lame foot is confidence in the unfaithful in time of trouble. Like taking off a garment on a cold day, or like vinegar poured on soda, is one who sings songs to a heavy heart. If your enemy is hungry, give him bread to eat, and if he's thirsty, give him water to drink. For you will heap coals of fire on his head, and Adonai will reward you. A north wind brings rain, and a backbiting tongue angry faces. Better to dwell in a corner of a roof than share a house with a quarrelsome wife. Like cold water to a weary soul is good news from the distant land. Like a muddied spring or a polluted well is a righteous person who yields before the wicked. It is not good to eat too much honey, or honorable to seek one's own honor. Like a city whose walls are broken down is one with no control over his temper. And as always, thank you so much for being here today. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button right there and click the bell if you want notifications, and hit that like button if you would for me, and I will see you tomorrow. Maranatha.
You'll carry me out of the storm. I'm standing at the crossroads. I'm lost without a clue. I need a big pink neon sign to show me what to do. I thank you, Lord. It glorifies you when you're the only answer. I praise you, Lord, for holding what's too much for me. And I'm amazed by you, Lord, because nothing's too big and nothing's too small to lay at your feet.